Hey guys, welcome back to Bond Collector Canada. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. And so, I'm going to let you guys know this video is special because I'm going to be interviewing a special guest. His name is Lorenzo Granger. Lorenzo is a Bond fan from Memphis, Tennessee, in the United States. And the really nice thing about being a Bond fan is that you start to meet people in what we call the Bond community. People from all over the world. Just recently got to know people from Greece, from Texas, from Florida, and now Memphis. So I'm really appreciative of this, and I thank him for coming on as a guest on my channel. So here we go. Enjoy. So hey everyone, welcome. This is Lorenzo from
Hello.
Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you for joining me on my Bond Collector Canada channel. I really appreciate it. So tell me, Lorenzo, a little bit about yourself. How did you join the Bond community?
Well, I could say this. I've been a fan since I was like a kid, 8 years old. GoldenEye N64 game was one of my first exposure to the series, and loved that game to death. Yeah. Then my first film was GoldenEye, of course. Remember renting it on home video, and really to TND to Twine to DAD was a great experience, exciting movies that I love to death. Big fan of the Brosnan era.
Sure. Yeah, GoldenEye was one of the best games. That's what got Bond from our generation.
Yes, best first-person shooters on that console at the time, and the multiplayer greatness. I have nostalgia minute of friends playing multiplayer, and it was the funnest thing. And the single player is amazing to play as well.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. I've memories going way back in high school time, when we would all gather up and play GoldenEye, for sure.
I was at a mystery.
Yeah. It's one of those games that are difficult to beat, especially the last level.
I disagree. The temple level probably the most hardest one I could never beat because I couldn't figure out the puzzle of it. But was it last year? Last year I beat it. I finally beat it. Gotta look it up on YouTube. I finally beat it on my own, and I was very happy about that last year.
Very good, very good. So, as a Bond fan, do you have a page on Facebook that our viewers could visit?
Please go to me and my friend Jerome, aka he calls her Jesus. Go on this page called the Bond Theory page. It's a page. The page is about spies. People about James Bond and spies on that page. It's a great page. You should go on there. Me and my friend Jesus Jerome, we are passionate Bond fans. We love the series. So please go show support on the Bond Theory on Facebook. It's a great Facebook account.
Very good. Thank you for telling us. And so, who is your favorite Bond and why?
Pierce Brosnan. Because I grew up with him, and he's one of my personal favorites. Roger Moore is my second. Connery is my third. Dalton is my fourth. Craig.
Yeah, you and I are very similar with our choices, for sure.
Well, the type of Bond films that I like the campy and lighthearted Bond films.
Right. Yeah, the thing with Brosnan, Roger Moore, Sean Connery, they had these funny one-liner jokes all the time.
Love the one-liners. Big fan of the one-liners.
Yeah, but then with Daniel Craig, it slowly kind of disappeared, and it was more serious.
I would say this: he made Bond his identity, what he wanted to be, more grounded, more serious, because that's what people wanted at the time. Because people said, "Oh, Daniel Day was too over the top, too ridiculous." So they wanted the producers want to go back to basics, make the movies more serious and grounded and more realistic. I like to call it. It works in that direction. In my opinion, I didn't like it, but I had to put up with it because I like this series a lot. So it's some ups and downs with it. I like Casino Royale. I think it's an excellent movie. It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's a movie that I have respect for.
Yeah, the music of Casino Royale. The film
David Arnold. David Arnold's score in that movie is perfect.
Yes, I think that Casino Royale was, including Skyfall, was Daniel Craig's top films.
Skyfall, that movie though, I would call that movie one of the most overrated, overhyped films in the series. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it.
Please, that's okay. Look,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think some movie fans and a little bit some Bond fans, they call it the greatest Bond film of all time. I disagree on it. I think it's an excellent film. I appreciate it. Paying homage to a movie that I like because people starting to connect The World Is Not Enough and Skyfall in a similar way. But right. I would say Twine did it better because of the humor and it. The story was it wasn't dramatic. It still had some fun moments in it, campy moments in it.
Right. And so, what are your thoughts on the rumors about Aaron Taylor Johnson as the next possible Bond?
I would say this. I would say that I want to give him a chance. I want to see what he can bring to the table. I'm not gonna judge him. I don't like to judge people. I like to give people an opportunity what they can bring to the table. And I just want Eon to. I just ready for another film. That's all. I just want a new Bond film.
Right. Yeah, me too. Enough of those 3, 4, 5, 6 years of waiting every time.
Yeah. The no time to die stuff was just cringe to go through.
Yeah, well, because COVID had
yes. The movie got pushed back so many times. It's freaking insane.
Like the Cybertruck from Tesla. It's this waiting, delays all the time.
Yes.
So, have you met or gotten to know anyone prominent in the Bond community?
David Skarisky, Joe Darlington being James Bond. A little bit I talked to Calvin Dyson, big fan of his YouTube channel. He's one of the first Bond YouTube channels I've been watching since 2010. I'm a big fan of his content because he's a big fan of the probably type of movies that you like. He's a big fan of Roger Moore and Brosnan era. He's a great YouTuber. Joe Darlington being James Bond, great YouTube channel. Dave Skarisky, one of the best cosplay collectors of James Bond fandom in history. Great dude, awesome Bond fan as well.
Yeah. The way I got to hear about David Zaritsky to begin with was he had a show. I think it was like something to do with the Guinness Records. Someone came to his home, saw his collection, and it was huge. And so that's how I got to hear about him. So he has a bunch of movie props like from the set.
Oh yes, he got every single collection for every movie in the series. I mean, he's a great fan by heart, passionate, and he's great. He's greatness, and his channel is greatness. Yeah. Those three guys, and I want to give a shout out to the Bond Geek channel, Henry Stevens. He's a great Bond fan. Bond fan too. We want to give him a shout out.
Very good. I hope that all of these people get to hear you speaking on this video. I really appreciate that.
Well, if they know me, I think they should know.
Very good. Yeah. And so, who is your favorite Bond actress and why?
Actress? Talking about Bond girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want
one.
James Bond to become a woman. Thank you very much. Let's make that
No. That's a stupid thing. People out there, stupid rumors out there. People be saying no, Bond should stay as a male protagonist as he's been through 2 years. People out there are stupid. Yeah. Don't mean to insult people, but you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, look, that's the thing because Ian Fleming, the author of all of these books, he worked so hard. To even make this a reality and to destroy his character, the roots of Bond. It would be terrible, devastating.
Yes, nobody don't want that. And where Barbara Broccoli got sense, he said the character should always stay as a male. She had been she listened to that situation.
Yeah. So your favorite Bond girl? What film?
Oh God, that's a tough one. Cause there's so many I like. It's hard to pick. I'm a big fan of Electric King from Twine.
Okay.
Her being the main villain was fantastic, and her backstory and chemistry with Brosnan and Renard, and M being part of it was compelling in my opinion.
Right.
Who else? I like Eva Green. She's greatness.
Yeah.
Armor the Armors for No Time to Die's greatness. I love Honey Rider in the first film. Diana Lincoln for Virtual Love. It's so many in the series to praise.
No Time to Die. Who had like
Armor the Armors.
Yeah, she had like a 5-minute scene, and that was it.
That's so the best part of the movie. That Cuba, I always tell you that Cuba scene was the best part of the film. And and I would say with part of Daniel Craig's best performance as James Bond in that film, even some of the stupid cringe direction, but I think he nails it. I just can't stand the direction of it. I'm not a big fan of how they got rid of Spectre. You brought them in the previous movie, and then you get rid of them in the next film. That's just stupid. You should have just waited to bring them in when he got like a reboot the series a different direction.
And so that leads me to my next and final question is, what were your thoughts on No Time to Die, and what should they have done? What could they have done?
The first thing they should never did kill out Bond. I thought that was the most stupid decision, one of the most stupid decisions in history, in movies, action movies, or anything in history, because it just wasn't earned. It just came out. It just came out cringe. I know a lot of people out there say, "Oh, at the end, Daniel Craig's tenure." I know reason why they did it, because Craig didn't want to come back. So the idea was to kill off the character. In my opinion, that was stupid. But I thought that was the worst thing in history.
And not only did they decide to kill Bond, Felix Leiter, they killed like every character practically. It's insane.
Yeah, that was I like to call it just a killing spree in that film.
Yeah. Well,
they knew Craig was leaving, so they had to end his timeline. So they had to end everything. They wanted to end everything relating to his timeline.
They could have ended it with him in bed with some Bond girl, and that's it.
I would take the Spectre ending any day of the week. At least that's a great him driving out with Manuel and Swan at the end of Spectre. That's a way better ending. Swan song.
Oh, right.
At least he with the girl at the end of the film.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't destroy the next Bond, and make it very woke and everything. Just like
Barbara Broccoli, I said that woman needs to stay away from interviews. She needs to stop listening to these so-called people in interviews, because they don't know what they're talking about. Just promote your movie. Just go promote your movie.
And the thing about this YouTube channel, this is a very unique James Bond channel, because here not only do we discuss our passion for James Bond films and history, but also we feel free to speak our mind. Here there is no right or wrong answers. Here we're free to say what we think. So I want to thank you very much for coming to my channel.
But I want to say thank you. Very happy that you add me on Facebook as a friend. Happy you was a passionate fan of the series, just like me. And I say for it, people like the same thing. It's always fun to talk to people who like the same thing, I would say.
Thank you very much. And to everyone that's listening, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And to the people out there, The World Is Not Enough is a great movie. Underrated, but it's a fun movie.
Oh, your favorite movie is The World's Not Enough, 1999.
Oh, my favorite. I love that movie to death. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. One of the most amazing films, for sure.
Oh, underrated. It's underrated, but every time I watch it, it just brings a smile on my face.
I felt like Die Another Day was underrated.
Oh, that movie is underrated. I always say that movie, hope it get the praise in the future.
Yeah. Like the CGI and those effects that they use.
It's for its time. Yes, it's stupid. I always say the CGI and the special effects for its time.
But it's funny.
Stupid.
It's cool. Like the vanishing Aston Martin.
I'm a big fan of the invisible car. I'm a big defender of that.
So cool.
I thought that at the time, I thought that was the most coolest gadget in the series. Turn a car invisible, and then you get to play that in the video game, everything or nothing.
It was sad though to see the new Q, because
John Cleese, I like him. I thought he did a phenomenal job with it, because I heard his voices in video game. Cause he does voice some of the video games like The World's Not Enough and 007 Racing and everything or nothing.
Yes. Yeah. Very good. Well, everyone, thank you again, and please don't forget to go to the Bond Theory, a James Bond spy Facebook group.
Please.
And take care. Thank you.
All right.